I have to finish the guitar. I have to ship some stuff to Brazil. I have to make some pickups. I have to edit some video. I have to upload the show to a podcast. And on non-work related stuff, I have to take the trash out and do some other chore related junk just to get some stuff done around here. And I have to edit and upload yesterday's blog. Also, we gotta do a live video because I want to try something different about talking about next week's radio show. I don't know if I've ever showed you this behind the scenes thing, but this is the app that I use. You can go to betterlivestream.com and get this. But this is, I can use multiple camera angles. I can use graphics. I can do all kinds of stuff. We can put different graphics on there. This is how we do this a lot of times. And we can run multiple cameras and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. But we're about to do a live video right now. Well, let's solder a telly wiring harness together, shall we? And that's why it doesn't need to cost $80 to get one of these things. So I'm going to do a follow-up video to the tuning video while I'm sitting here watching rig rundowns on Premier Guitars YouTube. So I want to get this all ready. We're going to show how to use a few different types of tuners. And then I'll throw a set of strings on it, and I'll just leave the low E off. And then we'll go ahead and change the low E on this one, and then one other guitar so we can show the how. Today on Dylan Talks Tone, we're going to talk about how to use a couple of different kinds of tuners. Another YouTube video shot. That was the easy one. Only a couple of minutes. Be pretty sweet. Whew. Never mind, that stuff looks too confusing. I think she was in a meeting just then. Oops. As we go to the mailbox today, my question is Netflix just like a bunch of different Marvel comics now? There's like pages and pages of different Marvel comics I didn't even know existed. So I've been checking out Amazon Prime lately. Ooh, mail. Let's see what we got in the mail today. Dang tape. Oh, it's a hat. Ryan, your hat is on the way. I tried to buy vloggystyle.com and it's taken. But vloggy.style is not taken. And vloggystyle.us is not taken. So this whole thing has just come up again. You know, I've not been in any groups for probably almost a month. But there's a pickup winders group that I'm a part of because people ask me questions all the time. But everybody's really super bent because a particular pickup company has a patent on a color. I've told you about this before.
Okay.
They're all bent because they feel like it's been this way for 20 years. And
right.
They're like, well, yeah, but you can't just make pickups of all kinds of different colors, pink and purple and green and whatever. And I'm like, that's what I do.
Why can't you?
Why not?
Right.
They're like, well, there's no demand for it. And I'm like, I'm going to shut my mouth because apparently all these old guys don't feel like changing is worth it. And it just got me thinking about this is exactly what we've been talking about is mindset is the make it or break it. I mean, we have the tools, right? Like we have all the tools to do what we need to do. And we did that Just Do It video the other night, or Just Do. I don't want to like steal Nike. It's a decision to move. Like,
yeah, but that's a business decision. So like if you're saying those people are saying there's no demand for it, that just means they are a reactive business, not a proactive.
Defense versus offense.
Or this is what I would like to do. So it's not even that they may be opposed to it. They just think their customers might be opposed to it.
See, and that's what I'm learning is that from taking a step back for the last month, really not being on the internet except for my own content on the stuff that I own, I'm learning that my audience is not in the place where I thought it was. The audience that I thought I was going after
is not
who really wants to be my audience.
Yeah, you don't get to decide that.
No. I was being too idealistic about who I thought should be buying my stuff. And it's not that crowd. And everybody thinks that their customer should be this person. Because the whole thing that got me thinking about it today was seeing a post about hating Facebook ads. And I'm just like, I think they're amazing. I don't even have them fully implemented to the fullest extent of how.
Is these the same people that would be upset if they had to pay for Facebook though?
Probably.
You know what I mean? Like, people complain. You're using a free service.
Right?
And then complaining about ads. That lives everywhere.
True.
I mean, you pay for cable and still watch commercials. Like, who do you think's paying for all this stuff? And so Facebook ads are one of those things. I get it. Like, when they started showing up in your newsfeed, it was like culture shock. Like, what is this? Because you think it, like, oh, I didn't know I followed them. And then you're like, sponsored. And you're like, oh, I don't. Like, it's an ad. I found some really cool stuff, including those glasses we just talked about.
Okay.
From a sponsored Facebook post. Like, I wouldn't have seen them otherwise. And if you're annoyed
Oops.
about what you're seeing in your Facebook ads, that means you're searching something you shouldn't be searching. They are definitely fed to you.
No, that's true.
And you can say when you don't want to see them.
True.
Because, for instance, I didn't want to see people shucking oysters on my timeline. That was disgusting.
We don't
to
eat
me.
that stuff.
And yeah, I don't eat it.
Right.
I don't want to see it.
Mm-hmm.
That's disgusting. You know.
Click the little tab and say you don't want to watch it.
I don't see it anymore. It doesn't matter if somebody shares it with me, if somebody invites me. Like, I just don't see it.
From the business perspective, I think it's, so if you are a person who is trying to make a living in any business, it doesn't matter if you have a brick and mortar business, if you have an online business, it doesn't matter. If you're trying to make a living, like, look at what is happening to you as far as, here's all these ads. They're working. That's why people
Right.
are buying them, and that's why they are there.
Right.
So instead of be defensive, be like, how can I make that work for me? How can I make my ads bug everybody else? I mean, I hate to say it like that, but
Yeah, what's gonna make somebody click on it? Like, like it can totally be a learning opportunity. Like, this drives me insane. I hope I don't ever do that when I share something. You know, like,
Right.
it can be a learning activity no matter what.
like, I'm
But,
not
I mean,
going to be spammy. I'm
it
not
is
going
very
to be.
rare that I ever see anything that doesn't make complete sense as to why it was shared with me.
I agree.
I mean, they are really smart.
I look at my little sidebar
And who
thing,
you're following, what pages you like,
and I look at my ads, and I'm
what
like,
you're searching.
because we share some
Yeah.
accounts on,
Yeah.
we don't share Facebook accounts.
Amazon.
But like Amazon and some other shopping sites where we both use the same login because you can stack up points and dollars and stuff.
You can tell everything I've looked at.
Yeah, I can be like, oh, she was searching bath towels or whatever it is because that's what comes up.
And I mean, you can't even Google something without getting an ad. Do people just ignore that? I mean, the first 3 or 4 links when you Google something are ads.
Yep.
So how is that different?
Yep. I just think that people need to stop looking at, and this goes back to something that we've been hearing a lot lately and people we've been listening to, is that people need to go back, realize that the internet is not like this social ill that is there to kill you. We can use it as a tool, and it is a tool. And I said this to somebody the other day, it is the greatest time to be in business because I can create a Facebook ad.
And reach whoever you want.
And then some of the people today were like, well, I can buy a Facebook ad and spend $20 and it's not even as big as the organic reach. And I'm like, that's because you don't understand, number one, how it works. So you need to educate yourself about it. Just Google and learn. And number two, the 10,000 people that you reached organically are just random people who might not care about what you do. The 1,000 people that you paid for
Or targeted.
can be
Correct,
so
yeah.
targeted that they are already qualified, pre-qualified, and you don't have to worry about any of that.
Right.
We could never do that with TV commercials, yellow page ads,
No.
mailings, all the conventional advertising of the 20th century. We could never do any of that stuff. We could take that 10,000 people, narrow it down to 1,000 people, and you're like, well, it only reaches 1,000 people, but you're narrowing it down to this power. And I think people don't think of
So
this.
the same people that are complaining about ads are complaining because they had ads that didn't work?
Yes.
See, that's the funny part then.
Right.
Because that just means they're looking at it in a sense of jealousy. Like,
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, you're creating that attitude. If you have a crappy attitude about it, then you have a crappy
well,
attitude.
that goes with anything. Like, if you hate it when the salesman comes up to you in the furniture store, like, we don't do that. When we go into a furniture store or something, I mean,
It's such a learning opportunity.
I
for
listen
me.
to
Yeah.
tactics, man, and I listen to, like,
And it matters.
yes.
Customer service is huge, and if they suck or don't speak to me, I'm out.
Mindset. I mean, it's just. Anyway, that was just on my mind today. We don't have to go on about it forever, but it's just next time you turn on the computer, next time you turn on anything, YouTube, anything, instead of getting annoyed by it, like, analyze it. Like, where is it in the video? Is it 15 seconds in? Is it 3 seconds in? Is it 30 seconds in? How long is the ad? What are they doing? How are they putting it there? Like, learn from what everybody else is doing. Remember that for $20 you can reach X amount of thousand people. And in the old days, it was $2,200 a year for a Yellow Page ad, and it was $1,000 to $2,000 for a mailer that you get in your mailbox. And it was, I mean, I've paid for all that stuff, and
It's definitely cheap advertising.
yes, and none of it was as effective. And you might not think it is, but if you do it once and don't get a sale and it costs you $40, that doesn't mean it doesn't work. It means it hasn't worked. You know, you click some boxes
And hope it works.
and hope it works,
Yeah.
and it doesn't, and then you're pissed at Facebook. You know, it's not really. It's just we just don't know this new thing,
Right.
but it's way more powerful. And cost per door swing. I mean, you know, old school is how many door swings do you get in a day? Now it's clicks, but it's the same thing. The conversion rate, you gotta track all that stuff.
Right.
And it is there, but you just have to commit to it. And it's just very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. I'm gonna eat this burger.